Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Olivia. She loved nothing more than spending her days exploring the magical world of fairies and animals. Every night before bed, she would dream of dancing with fairy queens and having friends that were animals that could talk. As she lay in bed with her pet cat Luna curled up next to her, she peacefully drifted off to sleep. Luna was a little black cat who loved to play with toy mice and curl up on Olivia's lap while she played with her dolls in her doll's house. Olivia's doll's house was her favorite place to spend her free time, especially on rainy days when she couldn't go outside to dance and play in the forest. In her doll's house, Olivia could imagine she was a queen fairy, ruling over a magical kingdom filled with fairies and talking animals. As Olivia slept, Luna the cat purred softly beside her, contentedly dreaming her feline dreams. Outside, the moon rose high in the sky, casting a silver glow over the treetops. The forest was alive with the soft whisper of leaves and the chirping of insects. Even in her dreams, Olivia could sense the magic all around her. One night, as she lay in bed, Olivia heard a gentle rustling sound coming from her window. She tiptoed over and peeked through the curtains to find a beautiful fairy perched on the windowsill. With a twinkling smile, the fairy beckoned Olivia to follow her outside to the forest. As they walked through the moonlit forest, Olivia was amazed by the sights and sounds around her. Fluttering fireflies danced in the branches above, while gentle deer and rabbits hopped through the underbrush. It seemed the most magical place she had ever seen. As she made her way through the dense trees and brush, she stumbled upon a grumpy old brown dog who was sitting on his dog bed chewing a big bone. At first, the grumpy old brown dog seemed unfriendly and refused to let Olivia pass. However, the fairy flew down and spoke softly in the dog's ear, whispering, "It's okay, Barney, Olivia is a special friend of the fairies, so you don't have to worry." The grumpy old brown dog relaxed and went back to lay down in his dog bed to finish chewing his big bone. Just as Olivia, Luna the cat, and the fairy were about to continue their journey, a white rabbit jumped out from behind one of the trees. "Hello, I'm Ronnie," said the friendly, white rabbit. "Hello, I'm Olivia," said Olivia, who was a bit surprised, as she'd never heard a rabbit talk before. The white rabbit continued talking. "A little bird in the forest told me that you are going to find the magical fairy kingdom, so I brought you some of my delicious cupcakes for your journey, and I thought I might come along with you on your journey to keep you company if that's okay with you." "Yes," said Olivia. "That's fine by me, and thank you for the delicious cupcakes." Olivia, Luna the cat, the white rabbit, and the fairy continued on their journey to the fairies' magical kingdom together, eating cupcakes and chatting and becoming the best of friends. Finally, after what seemed like many hours of trekking through the forest, they arrived at a beautiful lake that glistened in the moonlight, and next to the lake was a gigantic oak tree. The oak tree was the biggest tree that Olivia had ever seen. It was so big that it looked as if it was almost touching the moon in the sky. "This is the home of the fairy queen, the fairy magical kingdom," said the fairy as she pointed at the big oak tree and threw some fairy dust at the tree trunk. Olivia's heart swelled with excitement as she peered up at the magnificent tree. Suddenly a door appeared on the gigantic oak tree and it began to open. Inside the tree, Olivia found the fairy queen surrounded by lots of fairies and talking animals. The fairy queen welcomed Olivia warmly and invited her to stay for a dance party. Olivia was thrilled to finally meet the fairies, and Luna the cat was equally excited. The fairies welcomed them warmly and showed them all around their magical garden, until the dance party began. As the music began to play, Olivia twirled and danced around with the fairies, feeling happier than she had ever been. As the night wore on, Olivia, Luna the cat, and the White Rabbit sat back and watched in wonder as the fairies danced and sang. Olivia knew that this was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience and felt so happy that she had finally got to see the fairies' magical kingdom. Finally, as the stars began to fade and the sky grew lighter, the Fairy Queen bid Olivia farewell. "Remember," whispered the Fairy Queen, as she hugged the little girl tightly. "You will always have a place here in the fairies' magical kingdom. Just close your eyes and imagine, and we will be with you wherever you go." With a warm glow in her heart and a sense of wonder in her mind, Olivia and Luna the cat said goodbye to the Fairy Queen, the fairies, the White Rabbit and all the other talking animals. As they stepped outside of the magnificent oak tree, Olivia found herself back in her bedroom with Luna the cat by her side. Olivia climbed into her bed, with Luna the cat curling up to sleep at her feet, and closed her eyes. She imagined herself back in the forest dancing with the fairies and the talking animals. As she drifted off to sleep, she knew that she would always have a special place in the fairies' magical kingdom, and that made her feel so happy. Eventually, Olivia's dreams faded away, and she woke up to a new day filled with adventure and possibility. She stretched, feeling refreshed and ready to face whatever challenges came her way. With her trusty cat, Luna, by her side, and her imagination as her guide, there was nothing she couldn't do.